Late tonight, police are racing to catch the man who killed the CEO.
Brian Thompson leaves behind a wife and 2 kids here in Minnesota.
Disturbing surveillance video captured a gunman blindside him on a New York City sidewalk.
And police think that this gunman carefully planned the deadly attack. In this footage, you can see the mass murderer is using a silencer on his gun.
And we just have this new video tonight showing him leaving the scene riding an electric bike.
And this new disturbing detail tonight, the gunman stopped at a Starbucks before the shooting, and police think that he left a critical DNA clue there. Allie Bowman kicks off our team coverage from New York.
The NYPD is all hands on deck in this manhunt, scouring surveillance cameras to trace the suspect and combing through the victim's phone and social media to see if he received any personal threats. But the 2 questions that remain are, why did the gunman commit this murder and where is he now?
Person possibly shot in front of the Hilton Hotel.
Surveillance video captures the moment a masked man pulls a gun with a silencer on UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson Wednesday morning just after 6:45. We're freezing the video before he shoots the 50-year-old father of 2. As Thompson bleeds on the sidewalk, the gunman can be seen trying to unjam his gun before shooting again, then calmly walking across the street as he picks up his pace. One witness snapped this photo after hearing the gunshots.
So I was holding my phone, then I heard the shot. And when I looked at the guy was with the gun. The silent gun.
Thompson was in town from Minnesota for a UnitedHealthcare conference at the Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan, where he was scheduled to address investors.
Every indication is that this was a premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack. Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target.
From the Hilton, investigators believe the suspect hopped on a bike and rode to Central Park. CBS News has obtained this surveillance video, which sources say appears to show the suspect cycling out of the park on West 85th Street just before 7 a.m., about 15 minutes after the shooting.
What we're looking at is a gunman who was thoughtful and prepared, staked out the scene, began by shooting the person in the back.
Former NYPD Deputy Commissioner Rich Esposito says the gunman may have planned carefully, but not perfectly.
It's not perfect preparation in that there's evidence left in the form of shell casings. There's evidence left from prior to the shooting.
Police say the suspect went to a nearby Starbucks minutes before the shooting. Sources tell CBS News surveillance images here may have captured enough of the suspect's face to run it through facial recognition programs. Police sources also tell us investigators are running forensic tests on a water bottle and candy bar wrapper they believe he left there, as well as on a discarded cell phone found near the scene.
The full investigative efforts of the New York City Police Department are well underway, and we will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case.
The NYPD is working with authorities in Minnesota, where the victim is from, to dig deeper into any specific threats against him. Now, police sources tell CBS News that detectives have uncovered rantings against Big Pharma directed at UnitedHealthcare, but no specific threats against Thompson's personal safety specifically. In New York City, Allie Bowman, WCCO News.
An overwhelming show of support for the Thompson family tonight with their Maple Grove home flooded with family and friends. That's where Uba Ali picks up our team coverage.
There's a heaviness in the air as many people came to show their support for Thompson's family, many of whom are still shocked and still not ready to share anything. Holiday lights illuminate this quiet neighborhood on a very dark day. Many neighbors too shaken to speak with us as family and friends trickled in to comfort Thompson's loved ones. We are learning a little more about
he was a prince among men.
This Minnesota health insurance executive, Brian Thompson.
And when I scrolled to see it was him, I just couldn't believe it. I still am processing. I just don't understand this.
From his former colleague, Stephen Parente.
He was everybody's huckleberry. He came through when we needed someone at the most.
The right person to lead UnitedHealthcare, crediting Thompson for making major moves during COVID.
Within really a week and a half, we moved $30 billion to 300,000 hospitals and physicians.
But to his family, a loving father to his 2 sons. In a statement from a family representative, it reads, "We are shattered to hear about the senseless killing of our beloved Brian. Brian was an incredibly loving, generous, talented man who truly lived life to the fullest and touched so many lives." Tonight, the Thompsons family asking for privacy as the New York Police Department continue to search for the suspect. In Maple Grove, Uba Ali, WCCO News.
Minnesota's governor says he knew Thompson personally.
Figure out what was behind this and follow through, making sure someone's brought to justice, but just our deepest condolences to the family. Horrible tragedy.
The company Thompson heads has faced several recent controversies. Could any of them be clues in this case? Our Frankie McLister is at company headquarters in Minnetonka.
Flags flying at half staff right here at UnitedHealthcare's headquarters out in Minnetonka, the building exactly where the CEO, unfortunately, will not be walking into again.
A software hack in February, protests in July, and layoffs by Optum, its subsidiary, in September. The health insurance company covers more than 49 million people, and they've faced some tough news coverage this year. That July protest in Minnetonka led to 11 arrests as they accused the company of not paying for care. And earlier this year, Change Healthcare, which is a technology company under the United Health Group, was breached by hackers, causing prescriptions to go unfilled and big backups at pharmacies. And Optum, a subsidiary that provides several healthcare services, laid off workers in several other states. For the nation's fourth biggest public company, a tense year that's now ended in tragedy.
Minnetonka police telling WCCO that they are working diligently with the company's security team, and they have heightened security presence right here around campus at this time. In Minnetonka, Frankie McLister, WCCO News.
Nearly 16 hours after the shooting, and police are still trying to track that suspect down. They say they are scouring every camera in the city. When we hear any update, we'll bring it to you live.